Hey, good morning and welcome to Haiku Friday. It is still morning. Great morning. I took care of my grandson this morning while Sarah was off doing medical stuff. So I'm kind of stepping up to be more of a grandparent, I guess, for our little guy who's not quite two yet. But what a blast. Here we go. Let's get started with some haikus. Let's do it. First one is from Laurel. Dimpled zest safeguards. Ascerbic exchanges by Fusiform strangers. Oh, so many great words in that. Words you don't hear very often. Words I hope I correctly pronounced. Thank you, Laurel. Always beautiful, always very visual to me. Um, yes, we have a different setting today. I got behind the power curve a little bit on Haiku Friday. And so, yes, no camera setup, no monitor, that I read them from. So I'm reading them from directly off the screen. And yeah, so we'll talk a little more about that in a few. But here we have one from Bill. We have never met. Yet I have seen your impact. You deserve the best. Oh, that's so nice, Bill. Bill wrote that um, regarding Sarah's cancer and her treatment that's going to be taking place soon. Thank you so much, Bill. That's lovely to be thought of. Now we have a couple from Max Q. Count them on two hands. The authoritarians metastasizing. Yes, they are. That's the thing. You give them an environment where they feel they can thrive, and they just metastasize, right? So we'll talk a little more about that, hopefully, in a few. Second one from Max Q. Old guys cavorting, going to the cinema Thursday afternoon. And I had to ask Max, what movie did you see? And it was the new Spinal Tap movie, which is on my list as well. I'm very stoked to watch it. Um, yes, it's going to be wonderful. So thank you, Max Q. And Max Q said it was very funny. And here's one from Rikosan. I can still recall on a dark desert highway, cool whip in my hair. And there's an addendum. I don't know how it got there, and I don't really care. Oh, Rico-san, you cracked me up. That was very funny. Yes, the Eagles, I mean, that Hotel California. Such a lovely place. And here is mine. Grandson calls me Maeve. I asked him for the captain. Still, this is perfect. I mean, our grandson, who's two, has the cutest little voice, and he says so many things, and he knows his numbers. I'm reading a book to him today, Are You My Mother? And he looks at the number at the bottom of the page 51, 54. He knows like all his numbers, he knows all of his letters, and he's not two yet. And he says it's so cute, and he's smart, but he also is just a very engaging and loving kid and just so much fun to be with. And I'm having to step up a little bit more to do that because Sarah, with the cancer treatment and stuff, there's going to be times where I'm going to be taking care of Arthur and Sarah's going to be otherwise occupied. Um, but I thought it would be funny. I mean, some people say, well, what do your grandsons call you? Well, they all call me grandpa, which sometimes I think is a little hard for them because, I don't look that much like a grandpa anymore. Um, but I don't mind whatever's comfortable for them. But Arthur always picked up that I was being called Maeve. So he calls me Maeve, which is fine. But I thought, wouldn't it be cute for him to say, the captain, the captain? But, you know, that's not going to happen. It would be really funny, though. go and get the captain. I just think that would be so cute. But um, Maeve is good. I'll take it. I'll take it. So that's going on. We're finding out more and more stuff about the cancer stuff. So many lovely people coming into our lives because of this. It's always awful, these things, but you find so much beauty and wonderfulness in people. But that's going to conclude my Haiku Friday because I really don't have much going on art wise, other than we went to go see Julius Caesar last weekend and at Stage Left. I cannot recommend it high enough. It was fantastic. Fantastic job. A tale for our times. Oh, here's something you can think about. We got rid of Amazon Prime as soon as we could once Jeff Bezos started going down the fascist road with Trump. It's just funny. I don't know if they really realize that people know what they're doing and see what they're doing, and we can't support the fascism. So I got rid of that. I've saved a ton of money not having Amazon Prime, thousands of dollars, by not getting things that I sort of thought I needed, but I really didn't. Get rid of your Amazon Prime. And the TV shows, just there's a zillion other TV shows to watch. Watch something else. So I got rid of Amazon Prime. And then when Paramount Plus bent the knee to the orange turd dictator, uh, well, I guess we'll be getting rid of Paramount Plus. Well, Colbert's on till April. And as long as he's on, we'll keep getting Paramount Plus. But the day he's gone, we're gone. Now, of course, ABC did the thing with Jimmy Kimmel. Now, Jimmy Kimmel thing's kind of interesting. If you watch what he got fired for, or not fired, but suspended, was that he pointed out that President Trump didn't seem to care much about Charlie Kirk because a reporter asked him, "Sir, how are you doing with your good friend Charlie Kirk dying?" Now, of course, as we know, President Trump only lets like sycophant reporters ask him questions now, so he never gets asked any real questions. So that's what they ask him. "How are you holding up, sir? How are you holding up?" And what was Trump's response? Pretty good. Hey, look, this is where the ballroom's going to go. Look at the construction has started. They've tried to do a ballroom for 150 years. I'm the president who's bringing a ballroom to the White House. So it's obvious he didn't give a shit about Charlie Kirk. Not a shit. Uh, so, um, so that's what he pointed out. Kimmel pointed that out, and that's what got him in trouble. He never said anything bad about Charlie Kirk. He said it was horrible that somebody murdered him. And personally, it is horrible that somebody would murder. Nobody deserves to die from that kind of thing, from you exercising their free speech, no matter how horrible that free speech is. And this is my message to the Democrats out there in Congress. When the Republicans try to pressure you to go to the Charlie Kirk funeral or memorial, issue a statement that abhors violence. Issue a statement that says how you've tried to work for gun control so this kind of thing wouldn't happen. Although, to be honest, it was a 30-06 hunting rifle. That's not really the issue. But the same day that Charlie Kirk was killed, there were a lot of school kids killed. So issue that statement. And then also say, this is what Charlie Kirk had to say about me. And then, that he called Democrats maggots, et cetera, all the really horrific anti-Christ things that Charlie Kirk had to say. Mention that. And then don't go to the funeral. Don't go to the funeral. I've sent the widow roses. I've sent this. I've done this. I've made a contribution in Charlie Kirk's name to an anti-gun thing. Do something like that. But don't let them use you as a prop. Show some strength, Democrats. It is not an attractive thing to see you being weasels and bending the knee for this really awful human being who did not deserve to be killed. All right, that's my preaching on this. And I hope you all have a good good weekend. And I will talk with you later. Thanks for tuning in to Haiku Friday. Go to Haiku Friday for all your Haiku Friday needs. And I will see you later. Bye.